Classification is a general process related to categorization, the process in which ideas and objects are recognized, differentiated and understood. A classification system is an approach to accomplishing classification. Taxonomy is an ancient Greek word where taxis means arrangement and nomia means method. It is the science of defining or classifying groups of biological organisms on the basis of shared characteristics and giving names to those groups. The Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus is regarded as the father of taxonomy, as he developed a system known as lineal classification for categorization of organisms and binomial nomenclature for naming organisms. Standard classification has its root in the work of Aristotle, who came up with a multi-rank system. A great influence was Carl Linnaeus, who popularized the idea of giving each animal or plant species a two-part name, with one part indicating the genus and the second part the species. Thus, the human species is named as Homo sapiens. Bacteria, singular of which is bacterium, constitute a large domain of prokaryotic microorganisms. Typically, a few micrometers in length, bacteria have a number of shapes ranging from spheres to rods and spirals. Most bacteria have not been characterized, and only about half of the phyla of bacteria have species that can be grown in the laboratory. The study of bacteria is known as bacteriology and is a branch of microbiology. Once regarded as plants constituting the class Schizomycetes, bacteria are now classified as prokaryotes. Unlike cells of animals and other eukaryotes, bacterial cells do not contain a nucleus and membrane bound organelles. Although the term bacteria traditionally included all prokaryotes, scientific classification changed in the 1990s after the discovery that prokaryotes consist of two very different groups of organisms that evolved from an ancient common ancestor. These evolutionary domains are called bacteria and archaea. In 1977, Carl Woese proposed dividing prokaryotes into the bacteria and archaea, originally eubacteria and archaebacteria, because of the major differences in the structure and genetics between the two groups of organisms. Archaea were originally thought to be extremophiles living only in inhospitable conditions such as extremes of temperature, pH and radiation, but have since been found in all types of habitats. The resulting arrangement of bacteria, archaea and eukaryota, also called eukarya, is called the three-domain system, replacing the traditional two-empire system. Prokaryotes are classified into two domains, domain archaea and domain bacteria. Domain archaea, relatively little is known about archaea. This is partly because they are hard to grow in the laboratory. Archaea were first discovered in extreme environments. For example, some were found in hot springs while others were found around deep sea vents. Such archaea are called extremophiles or lovers of extremes. The places where some of them live are thought to be similar to the environment on ancient earth. This suggests that they may have evolved very early in earth's history. Archaea are now known to live just about everywhere on earth. They are particularly numerous in the ocean. Archaea in plankton may be one of the most abundant types of organisms on the planet. Archaea are also thought to play important roles in the carbon and nitrogen cycles. For these reasons, archaea are now recognized as a major aspect of life on earth. Domain bacteria. Bacteria are the most diverse and abundant group of organisms on earth. They live in almost all environments. They are found in the ocean, the soil, and the intestines of animals. They are even found in rocks deep below Earth's surface. The total number of bacteria in the world is estimated to be 5 into 10 to the power 30 or 5 million trillion. Thousands of species of bacteria have been discovered and many more are thought to exist. The known species can be classified on the basis of various traits. In order to classify bacteria, we must first learn their characteristics, which are studied by using pure culture. This is a culture consisting of a single kind of bacteria. Microorganisms are classified on the basis of various characteristics: morphological characteristics, chemical characteristics, cultural characteristics, metabolic characteristics, antigenic characteristics, genetic characteristics, pathogenicity, and ecological characteristics. Morphological characteristics. Morphological characteristics include cell shape, size, and cell arrangement, occurrence of special structures and developmental forms, staining reactions, and motility and flagellar arrangement. Chemical characteristics. Chemical characteristics include various chemical compositions of the cell. Cultural characteristics. Cultural characteristics include nutritional requirements and physical conditions required for growth and the manner in which growth occurs. Metabolic characteristics. Metabolic characteristics include the way in which cells obtain and use their energy to carry out chemical reactions and to regulate these reactions. Antigenic characteristics. Antigenic characteristics include special large chemical components called antigens of the cell, distinctive of certain types of microorganisms. Genetic characteristics. Genetic characteristics include the characteristics of the hereditary material of the cell, that is deoxyribonucleic acid DNA, and occurrence and function of other kinds of DNA that may be present, such as plasmids. Pathogenicity. Pathogenicity is the ability of bacteria to cause diseases in various plants and animals. Ecological characteristics. Ecological characteristics include habitat and the distribution of the organisms in nature and interaction between and among species in the natural environment. Classification of microorganisms. Once the characteristic of microorganisms have been determined, the process of classification begins. In microbiology, taxa are initially constructed from strains. A strain is made up of all the descendants of a pure culture. The basic taxonomic group or taxon is the species. A species is a collection of strains having similar characteristics. On the other hand, bacterial genus is composed of a collection of similar species. Goals of classification. Classification should have two qualities: stability and predictability. Stability. Classification that is subjected to frequent racial changes leads to confusion. Therefore, attempts should be made to devise classification that need only minor changes when new information becomes available. Predictability. Predictability means that by knowing the characteristics of one member of a taxonomic group, it should be possible to assume that the other members of the same group probably have similar characteristics. General methods of classifying bacteria. Various methods are used for classifying bacteria. Some are the intuitive method, numerical taxonomy and genetic relatedness. Intuitive method. In the intuitive method, a microbiologist who is thoroughly familiar with the properties of the organisms that he has been studying for several years may decide that the organisms represent one or more species or genera. The problem with this method is that different taxonomists may arrive at different groupings. Numerical taxonomy. In the numerical method, a scientist determines many characteristics for a strain being studied, giving each characteristic equal weight. Then, the percentage similarity percentage S of each strain to every other strain is calculated using a computer. Percentage S is equal to NS by NS plus ND, where NS is the number of characteristics that are same and ND is the number of characteristics that are different. Strains with a high percentage S to each other are placed together in a group. Genetic relatedness. The third and the most reliable method of classification relies on genetic relatedness between organisms. This is based on the most fundamental aspect of organisms, that is their hereditary material, deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA. Molecular biology provides techniques by which DNA of one organism can be compared with the DNA of another. Classification based on different characteristics. Classification of bacteria is done on various bases. For example, based on staining, based on size of bacteria, based on shape and arrangement of bacteria, based on flagella, based on nutrition, based on temperature required for growth, based on oxygen requirement. On the basis of staining, bacteria can be classified as gram-positive bacteria, gram-negative bacteria and bacteria that stain under special circumstances. Gram-positive bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria can be cocci or bacilli. The gram-positive cocci are Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, Enterococcus, Micrococcus. The gram-positive bacilli are Bacillus, Clostridium, Corynebacterium, Listeria, Erysipelothrips, Propionibacterium. Gram-negative bacteria. Gram-negative bacteria can be cocci, bacilli, spirilla, cocobacilli or pleomorphic. There are only 3 gram-negative cocci and they are all diplococci. They are Neisseria, Moraxella, Veillonella. The gram-negative bacilli are filamentous and show extensive branching. These are the Actinomyces, Nocardia and Streptomyces. There is only one group of gram-negative spirilla or spiral shaped bacteria. This group is Spirochaetes. The spirochaetes include several bacteria. Of these, some of the disease causing bacteria are Treponema pallidum causes syphilis, Leptospira species causes leptospirosis, Borrelia burgdorferi causes Lyme disease. Borrelia recurrens is responsible for relapsing fever. Some gram-negative bacteria are pleomorphic and can assume various shapes. These include Rickettsia and Chlamydia that are very small bacteria and cannot be seen under the light microscope effectively. Bacteria that stain under special circumstances. Some bacteria may or may not neatly fall into the categories of gram-positive or gram-negative. However, they are stained through other techniques. Mycobacteria. Mycobacteria are only weakly gram-positive. This is because there is a very high amount of lipid in the cell wall and thus the dye does not easily penetrate. Thus, acid-fast stain is used. Mycoplasma. Mycoplasma actually has no cell wall. They only have a cell membrane. Thus, they are neither gram-positive nor gram-negative. Legionella pneumophila. Legionella pneumophila is gram-negative but has poor uptake of red safranin stain and thus a more intense application of safranin is required. Bacteria may also be classified on the basis of size. However, specific classes or groups are not constituted. The average diameter of spherical bacteria is 0.5 to 2.0 microns. For rod-shaped or filamentous bacteria, length is 1 to 10 microns and diameter is 0.25 to 1.0 microns. A group of bacteria called the mycoplasmas have individuals with size much smaller than these dimensions. They measure about 0.25 microns and are the smallest cells known so far. They were formerly known as Pleuropneumonia-like organisms (PPLO). Mycoplasmas are considered to be the smallest cells known. Examples: Mycoplasma redlavi and Mycoplasma gallisapticum. Bacterial classification based on shape and arrangement. Bacteria are classified on the basis of their shapes and arrangements. Cocci bacteria can exist singly, in pairs as diplococci, in groups of 4 as tetrads, in chains as streptococci, in clusters as staphylococci, or in cubes consisting of 8 cells as Sarcini. Cocci may be oval, elongated or flattened on one side. Cocci may remain attached after cell division. These group characteristics are often used to help identify certain cocci. Diplococci. Diplococci are arranged in pairs. Examples: Streptococcus pneumoniae, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, etc. Streptococci. Streptococci are arranged in chains as the cells divide in one plane. Examples: Streptococcus pyogenes, Streptococcus agalactiae. Tetrads are cocci arranged in packets of 4 cells as the cells divide in 2 planes. Examples: Aerococcus and Pediococcus. Sarcini. Sarcini are cocci arranged in a cuboidal manner as the cells are formed by regular cell divisions in 3 planes. These cocci divide in 3 planes and remain in cube-like groups of 8. Examples: Sarcina ventriculi. Staphylococci. Staphylococci are arranged in grape-like clusters formed by irregular cell divisions in 3 planes. Examples: Staphylococcus aureus. The cylindrical or rod-shaped bacteria are called bacillus, plural bacilli. Diplobacilli. Most bacilli appear as single rods. Diplobacilli appear in pairs after division. Example of single rod: Bacillus cereus. Examples of diplobacilli: Coxiella burnetii, Streptobacilli. Streptobacilli are arranged in chains as the cells divide in one plane. Example: Streptobacillus moniliformis. Cocobacilli. Cocobacilli are so short and stumpy that they appear ovoid. They look like coccus and bacillus. Examples: Haemophilus influenza. Palisades. In palisades, the bacilli bend at the points of division following cell division, resulting in a palisade arrangement resembling a picket fence and angular patterns that look like Chinese letters. Example: Corynebacterium diphtheri. Spirilla or spirillum for a single cell are curved bacteria which can range from a gently curved shape to a corkscrew like spiral. Many spirilla are rigid and capable of movement. A special group of spirilla known as spirochetes are long, slender and flexible. Vibrio. Vibrio are comma shaped bacteria with less than one complete turn or twist in the cell. Example: Vibrio cholerae. Spirilla. Spirilla have rigid spiral structure. Spirillum with many turns can superficially resemble spirochetes. They do not have outer sheath and endoflagella, but have typical bacterial flagella. Example: Campylobacter jejuni, Helicobacter pylori, etc. Spirochetes. Spirochetes have a helical shape and flexible bodies. Spirochetes move by means of axial filaments which look like flagella contained beneath a flexible external sheath but lack typical bacterial flagella. Examples: Leptospira species, Leptospira interrogans, Treponema pallidum. Filamentous bacteria are very long, thin, filament shaped bacteria. Some of them form branching filaments resulting in a network of filaments called mycelium. Example: Candidatus savagella. Box shaped or square shaped bacteria, also called arcula, are flat, box shaped bacteria with perfectly straight edges and sharp 90-degree angles at the corners. Smaller cells are usually perfect squares, 2 into 2 microns, while larger cells are rectangular, about twice as long as they are wide, 4 into 2 microns. Each bacterium is a thin flexible sheet with smooth surface. After cell division, the cells remain attached to each other, producing large sheet of squares. It was first discovered in 1980 in natural salt ponds. Cells of appendage bacteria extend to create long tubes in the form of a stalk or hypha or as buds. Pleomorphic bacteria do not have any characteristic shape, unlike the other types of bacteria. Their shape can keep changing. In pure cultures, they can be observed to have different shapes. Examples: Mycoplasma pneumoniae. In this interaction, we have discussed about the various characteristics on the basis of which bacteria are classified, goals of classification, general methods used for classifying bacteria. We have also learned about how bacteria are classified on the basis of staining, size, shape and arrangement. In our next interaction, we will discuss about some of the other characteristics used for bacterial classification and major systems of bacterial classification.